What if I told you, the perfect work-from-home laptop isn't from Apple or Dell? Pause. In fact, the number 3 laptop on this list has a secret feature so powerful, remote workers are getting fired for using it. Pause. But before we reveal the winner, hit like, drop a comment, and let's find your dream WFH setup. Number 1. Apple MacBook Pro 14. The best laptop for working from home we've tested is the Apple MacBook Pro 14, 2024. Simply put, this is the one to get if you need a lot of processing power to tackle demanding tasks or want the best user experience. It has a gorgeous mini LED display, a tactile keyboard, an easy-to-use haptic touchpad, an excellent webcam, and tons of ports. The display gets very bright, and there's a new nano-texture display that further cuts glare, so you can comfortably work in your backyard in the warmer months. Plus, you don't have to lug the charger around, as the battery lasts easily through a typical workday. If you don't plan on using an external monitor and prefer a larger screen, the Apple MacBook Pro 16, 2024, is the obvious choice. It has better sounding speakers but costs more. If you prefer or must work on Windows, get the Lenovo ThinkPad P1 Gen 7, 2024, also a premium workstation laptop that can handle intensive tasks like 3D graphics and simulations. Its 16-inch display gives you plenty of room for multitasking, though none of the available panels get as bright as the MacBook Pros, so visibility won't be as good when working outdoors. You get Lenovo's much-beloved keyboard and trackpoint, a large haptic touchpad, an excellent 1440p webcam, and tons of ports for peripherals and external displays. Its battery life is shorter but still very respectable at around 12 hours of light use. One advantage this device has over the MacBook Pro is that its RAM and SSD are user-replaceable, so you can upgrade or add more later. Number 2. Apple MacBook Air 15. For people with a lighter workload, get the Apple MacBook Air 15, M4, 2025, instead. It's very similar to our top pick design-wise, but it's thinner and lighter, making it even easier to carry when you need to go to the office. The build feels just as premium, and you also get the same tactile keyboard, haptic touchpad, and center stage webcam. Its base M4 SoC is plenty fast for general productivity, just don't expect to do anything as demanding as you would on its Pro big brother. Performance aside, other downgrades from the MacBook Pro concern the display and ports. Its 60Hz Retina screen is still very pretty, but it isn't nearly as impressive as the MacBook Pro's 120Hz mini LED. As for ports, you only get 2 USB-C, so a dock may be necessary. The Apple MacBook Air 13, M4, 2025, is also a great choice if you primarily use an external monitor. It's cheaper, but its speakers don't sound quite as good. Our recommendation for Windows users is the Lenovo ThinkPad X9 15 Aura Edition, 2025. This 15-inch ultra-portable provides an equally premium user experience as the MacBook Air, sporting an amazingly comfortable yet tactile keyboard, a haptic touchpad, an excellent 1440p webcam, and full-sounding speakers. You get more ports than the MacBook Air, including 2 USB-C, a USB-A, and an HDMI, as well as Wi-Fi 7 wireless connectivity. Its 120Hz OLED display is arguably better than the MacBook's Retina screen, as it gives you deeper blacks and better input responsiveness. However, its 480Hz flicker might bother some people, causing eye strain. Another downside is that it's more expensive than the MacBook Air. Number 3. Acer Swift Go 14. If you don't want to spend too much on a premium model like the Apple MacBook Air 15, M4, 2025, the Acer Swift Go 14, 2024, is a more affordable option with only a few compromises. Fortunately, you don't have to sacrifice on performance. It features Intel's Meteor Lake CPUs, which are powerful enough to handle general productivity tasks and more demanding workloads like programming. You can get up to 32 GB of RAM and 2 TB of storage, only the latter is user-replaceable, so ensure you get enough RAM for your needs up front. It comes with Wi-Fi 6E, a 1080p webcam, and a fingerprint sensor. The build quality, as well as the overall user experience, is where this laptop feels a tad inferior compared to the picks above. Its chassis doesn't feel quite as premium or rigid, as there's more plastic in the construction, and it also has a slightly mushier keyboard and a non-haptic diving board touchpad. You can choose between an FHD Plus IPS or a 2.8K OLED display. The OLED looks much sharper, but keep in mind that it's susceptible to permanent burn-in and will drain the battery faster. It also flickers, which might bother some people. Its outstanding port selection includes two USB-A, two USB-C/Thunderbolt 4s, a microSD card reader, and an HDMI. The battery lasts around 11 to 12 hours of light use. You can charge the laptop via USB-C. Number 4. ASUS Vivobook 16M1605. The best budget laptop for working from home we've tested is the Asus Vivobook 16M1605, 2023. This 16-inch Windows Ultra portable feels well built for its price, and it isn't overly bulky or heavy, so it's still easy to carry around when you need to go to the office. It's available with an AMD Ryzen 5 or Ryzen 7 CPU, which are more than adequate to handle light productivity tasks like text processing, web browsing, spreadsheets, and video playback. You can get this laptop with 8GB or 16GB of RAM, though the 16GB models can be hard to find. If you can't find one, you can always upgrade the RAM yourself via the SODIMM slot. Its battery life is okay. It lasts a little over 8 hours of light use, so depending on your workload, you may have to plug it in for a quick charge. The overall user experience is good. It has a comfortable keyboard, a large and responsive touchpad, and a decent 720p webcam. Its 1080p display looks reasonably sharp, however, it doesn't get very bright, so visibility may be an issue in well-lit rooms. You get Wi-Fi 6E wireless connectivity, a fingerprint sensor for quick logins, and a decent port selection with 3 USB-As, a USB-C, and an HDMI. Unfortunately, the USB-C doesn't support video output, so you'll have to use the HDMI port to connect an external display. Number 5. Microsoft Surface Pro 11th Edition. If you want a versatile device that you can use as a tablet for media consumption, get the Microsoft Surface Pro 11th Edition, 2024. Unlike convertibles with a 360-degree hinge, this is a tablet PC with a detachable keyboard. Removing the keyboard makes the device easier to hold as a tablet and takes up less space on a table, and you can simply pop it back on when you need to type something. The downside is that it's a bit more unstable when using it as a laptop on your lap. It also has a new haptic touchpad that's larger and easier to use. Unfortunately, the keyboard is still a separate purchase, and the same goes for the stylus. One important thing to know is that this device runs on an ARM processor, meaning some apps might not work or run poorly, so make sure the apps you use are compatible or run well enough through emulation to get your work done. So, which laptop are you choosing? Pause. All purchase links are live in the description. Down arrow. But before you go, if you enjoyed this, smash that subscribe button because next week, we're exposing the biggest lie about budget work laptops, and trust me, you need to see this.